What's the trick? I wish I knew. I'm so done with thinking through all the things I could have been, and I know you wanted to. All it takes is that one look you do, and I run right back to you. You cross the line.
Hi beauties! We just finished this makeup tutorial with my makeup brush set brushes, and this is my sexy Valentine's Day look. It's not the typical pink or reds. It's a black smoky eye with just a hint of pinks and reds. Just a little tiny hint so you know it's there. Now I'm really excited to show you everything. I used this brush set and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it before my makeup. I hope you enjoy. So today we're doing a dark black smoky eye look, and I was inspired by this new brush set that I just got from my makeup brush set. Now before I get these brushes totally gross and disgusting with makeup, let me show you what they look like clean and brand new. So for starters, they come in this black velvety pouch. There are 10 brushes in the set, 5 face brushes and 5 eye brushes. They are synthetic brushes. They are super soft, and they have this awesome marble print on them and a rose gold little case around them. I'm sorry if the autofocus is bugging out right now. I'm still getting used to this autofocus and trying to figure out what's best for it, but getting super lost. So each makeup brush is individually wrapped in this plastic case, and I'll show you up close what they look like. So here we have an angled brush, a little flat eye brush, a blending brush, a slightly bigger flat eyeliner or eyeshadow brush, and another eyeshadow blending brush. Then we have this flat foundation brush. I would call this a cream contour brush. It's kind of flat and narrow. This is a nice powder brush, an angled contour brush, an angled blush brush. It's a little more dense than the other ones. So I've never used these brushes before, but I'm super excited to try them out. So let's get started. I'm gonna first start out with primer. Put that all over my face. And guys, I am breaking out so incredibly bad today, like breaking out all over, worse than I ever have probably in my life. Next, I'm going to use my concealer, and actually you can use this really tiny flat brush that comes in the set to apply your concealer, which is probably a good idea for me right now because I don't want to add any more bacteria to my already broken out skin. So I'm just going to cover all of my little breakouts or not so little breakouts today. And then I'm just going to blend this all in with this little eyeshadow brush.
What's the point in saying that?
Okay, so I'm looking like a clown and that's perfect. Kind of a little bit like a serial killer. Next, I'm grabbing this CoverFX liquid foundation and I'm going to apply it to this foundation brush and apply it to my face. Now I'm kind of patting this into my face instead of swiping so that it doesn't leave any like brush lines. Because the last thing you want is brush lines. So literally just keep patting. No, it's like looks really weird, but it really works. You know how they say you want to beat face? Just beat your face with the brush. It's the only way. Now I'm gonna grab this flat brush and I'm going to blend my under eyes with this one. It's a little softer and it fits in my eye socket better than the other foundation brush. Also, I think it gives a little bit of a smoother finish. Now I'm gonna grab my cheap inexpensive makeup and I'm gonna apply that to my chest and neck because I'm not going to waste expensive makeup on my chest and neck. And I'm going to use that same brush to blend it all in. It really looks like I'm naked right now, but I swear I'm not. See, I've got a shirt on. The brush did pretty well, but if you can see, it did leave some bristles on my skin, which is not ideal, but it's okay. Then I'm just going to get a little bit of the foundation on this brush, on the sponge, and pat it on to the areas that kind of lost some coverage. This pimple on my chin is going to be the death of me, I swear. Next, we're going to move on to the contour, and I'm grabbing my Pixi contour palette, and I'm going to go with the lightest shade, and I'm just going to add that into my cheekbones.
With you, and that's that.
I'm going to go with the darker shade and put that in my hairline and go back in with that light shade around my jaw. So this contour brush, it actually picks up a lot of product when you dip it in, but the nice thing is it blends it out flawlessly and fast. So I really like that. Like, I was nervous because it does pick up so much product, but it really blends it out just gorgeously. Next, I'm going to grab this darker shade. I'm just going to go to the top part of my cheekbone. Now I'm going to grab my nose contour brush and contour my nose. Okay, and then here, here, and under my lip. Next, I'm just gonna blend it out a tiny, tiny bit. Next, I'm gonna grab the setting powder. Normally, I always pick this up with a wet sponge, but I'm gonna try to pick it up with this kind of fluffy, I would call this like a brush or a powder brush. It actually picks up the powder extremely nice. I really actually liked that. That was better than using a sponge. Next, I'm gonna use this butter blush, and I'm going to use this like type of blush brush, and I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. Now normally I don't apply blush when I'm doing a smoky eye, but sometimes it's fun to switch it up. Now this angled brush could definitely be used as an eyebrow brush, but I am so particular on the brushes I use for my nose and my eyebrow, so I'm gonna do that off camera and then I'll be back. Brows are done. I'm gonna just brush away any excess powder. I think it actually made the powder look like better. My nose contour is a little harsh though. And then I'm actually gonna go in with my Tarte palette and I'm gonna grab some of this bronzer and add it just straight into my cheekbone. So I'm gonna move you guys a little closer. Actually, I'm just moving myself closer. Okay, next I'm gonna grab my eyeliner and line my upper water lines. Now, a lot of people will say with a dark smoky eye that you should do your eyeshadow first. And to those people, I say, have some gosh damn confidence in yourself. You can do this. Don't be afraid. Because the worst thing that happens is you mess up. That's it. Not a big deal. Alright, my color switch really needs to be cleaned because it just made my clean brush dirty. That is not what I want. It's not what I want at all. First thing I'm doing is grabbing my rounded fluffy brush. This one is a more square fluffy brush. This one is a round fluffy brush. Gonna grab, or a blending brush, whatever you want to call them. It's the same thing. Everyone knows what you're talking about. So I'm going to grab Mr. Fluff. Now because these little tips are rose gold, I'm going to do like a rose gold twist on a black smoky eye. We'll see how it turns out. I don't know. So I'm going to go into my Huda Beauty palette and I'm going to grab the shade Shy, which is like it's like a dusty pink. And I'm going to go above my crease and blend that out. Now I'm also going to add the shade to my under eye. And it's okay if it looks a little heavy at first because it's a black smoky eye. It's gonna look a bit heavy. It's dramatic. We didn't come here to be the quiet girl in class, okay? I wanna make this more of like a gold, so I'm going to add some of this Moon Dust, which is kind of like a yellow gold highlighter. I'm going to blend that like literally right below my eyebrow, but above this crease we just made. So you see that's adding a nice highlight under our brow, which I really like. I think it definitely looks like a gold look. It looks glimmery. And then I'm actually just gonna add a little bit more of this pink shadow right above our crease. Next, I'm grabbing this concealer brush. It's the same brush we use for concealer. I don't care. So, and I'm grabbing my ColourPop black shadow. It's called Roulette. Wouldn't have guessed that. And I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. Now you really want to pat this on, not swipe. So pat, 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 pat. If you swipe, you're gonna have a lot of fallout. You're gonna have problems. And also, if you swipe, it's not gonna be as full coverage as you want it to be. So just don't swipe. Now you're gonna wanna bring this straight up into your crease, but don't dip your brush back into your eyeshadow. You want to use whatever is on your brush as you're going into the crease. Now I like to wing this out a tiny, tiny bit. So I go from the corner of my eye and just go up and out. Okay, sometimes you might want to do a second coat of the black to really darken it up. Next I'm going to grab that same blending brush because I don't care. And I'm going to dip it in the black. And we're going to go into the crease with that. And this is just going to soften it a little bit while not getting rid of the pigment. Like I said, it's rose gold, so I'm going to go in to this color Henna. It is a darker pink, and I'm going to go right above the crease with it. I just think this makes it look like more interesting, you know? It gives it more depth, it makes it sexier. It's not just black, there's multiple dimensions to it. And if you want to go crazy, you can even grab this purple pink, add that, it's called Bossy. And I am feeling a little crazy, so I'm gonna do it. Now I'm going to add this brown eyeliner to my bottom waterline. And then we're going to grab the more square fluffy brush. And we're going to pick up some of this henna on the brush and add it to our lower lash line. Perfect. Then we're going to grab the angled brush and we're going to pick up this color that is literally called Rose Gold. Could there be a better shade? No. So we're going to put that under our lower lash line, or on our lower lash line. Under our lower lash line would be crazy. Now this is like a hard shadow for me to pick up, so this brush isn't picking it up super well, but I think that's more an issue with the shadow than the brush. Even like with your finger, it's a hard shadow to pick up. I don't know why. Huda Beauty shadows are so beautiful, but the rose gold palette, super hard to pick up. So I added some black eyeliner on top, just lined my upper lash line, but I'm also going to line my lower lash line too with this brown pencil, just to give it a little bit more of like a smoky look. It's perfect, it's perfect. Next, I'm going to grab some more of this my black gel liner, and I'm gonna draw a wing. Now I'm gonna use this lip liner from Adesse, New York. It is called S'more, and it is a waterproof gel liner. I love this shade. This shade is gorgeous. Wow, this shade is so beautiful, and I love that it's waterproof. Next, I'm going to grab this NYX Suede liquid lipstick and put that on my upper lip, and then I'm going to put a slightly lighter shade. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood on my bottom lip. And I'm going to blend these two together. I do my upper lip slightly darker because my upper lip is almost non-existent, so it helps. Next, I'm grabbing my Tarteist palette and I'm going in with the shade Strobe. And I'm going to spray, grab my brush, and then grab my little tiny brush and put it right under my brow. This shade just makes you shine to the heavens. And put it in my inner corner. You definitely want to put a highlighter in your inner corner. Because the eye look is so dark, you want to bring some type of light into your face. Unless you don't care to add any light into your face, and then you do you. Add some to my little forehead. And then if you want to get really into it, spray some on your chest. And I'm going to go with a slightly darker shade. Add some highlight. And then finishing touch, I'm just going to go back in with my bronzer, and I'm just going to add some under my collarbone, on the inside of my collarbone, on my chest. Blend that out a little bit. It's a little rough.
What's the trick? I wish I knew. I'm so done with thinking through all the things I could have been, and I know you wanted.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up, and comment if you want to see something else, and subscribe if you have not already. Bye beauties, have a wonderful Valentine's Day.